Hey guys, this is Anthony Morganti. I am MrPhotographer.com. Recently I was contacted by a company called Kacallap. Kacallap makes a line of inexpensive flash triggers, and they asked me if I would mind doing a review on their product. Well, over the years I've received a lot of emails from photographers that were just starting out, and they were asking me how they could go about getting their on-camera flash off camera. Well, of course, to do that, they'll need a flash trigger, and an inexpensive flash trigger is a bonus. So I told them, sure, send me out one, and I'll put it through its paces and see if it's any good. Well, they actually sent me two. This one that they sent me is a Canon compatible flash trigger, but it also includes high-speed sync. So if you have a Canon camera that has high-speed sync capabilities, and you have a Canon compatible flash that also has high-speed sync capabilities, you'll be able to use that flash off camera with this trigger and sync it up to 1/8,000th of a second. Unfortunately, I don't have any Canon equipment, so I wasn't actually able to test this one out, but I am going to be giving this one away, so stay tuned for that. But I'm also going to be giving this one away, and this one is compatible with both Nikon and Canon cameras, but it doesn't have high-speed sync capabilities. Now, both of them do not have TTL. So if you have a TTL flash, that is more or less an auto flash. When you put it on your camera, it automatically will put out the right amount of light to illuminate your subject. Neither one of these will carry or allow TTL capabilities when you use it off camera. So you're going to have to adjust the power of your flash to match your subject. Now, to tell you the truth, most often when we have a flash off camera, we're not using TTL because off camera TTL sometimes just doesn't work right or doesn't give you the results you expect. So you would adjust the power of the flash anyway. Now, I was able to test this one out rather thoroughly yesterday. I had my son in the studio and I was able to check it out. Now, as you take a look at them, both of them have two units that look identical, but they're really not. If I pop one out of here and pop the other one out, one is meant to go on the camera and the other one is meant for the flash to go on it. Now, the one that is meant to go on the camera, if you look at the hot shoe, you could see how it has contacts on it. That's the one that goes on the camera, and this one is meant for the flash to go on it. Now, it also works as a remote control, meaning I could have this one on my camera and I could just hold this in my hand and press the button and take an exposure. So if you don't have a remote control for your camera and you need one because you're shooting macro or you're shooting something that requires a long exposure and you don't want to touch the camera, these work as remote controls. But the main reason you'd be getting these is to have your flash off camera. And in testing it, I found that they were super reliable. In the past, whenever I used one of these inexpensive flash triggers, I found that they weren't very reliable. I'd miss exposures. I'd take a couple exposures that would work, then I'd maybe move something and then take an exposure and it didn't work. And then I'd have to jiggle things around, turn it off, turn it on, get it to sync again, then I'd start using it. These worked every single time. Also, they have a really, really long distance. I think they're claiming 120-meter working distance. Now, I didn't take it that far away, but I did take it down the hallway, and I actually went outside of my studio, and my son was in here, and I just pressed the shutter on my camera a few times. Of course, I wasn't taking an image of him, but he told me the flash did go off. So they do work through walls from great distances. They both take two AAA batteries, and they have mechanical on-off switches. Actually, that is underrated because in the past, with these inexpensive flash triggers, they just had like push-button on-off switches, which weren't really mechanical. The problem with those types of on-off systems in this product is they always have to have electricity running to that switch so it could sense when it's pressed. The problem is then when you have them in the box and you're not using them with the batteries in them, they drain the batteries. So having a physical on-off switch is a huge bonus in my opinion. Now, They work on any one of 7 channels at 2.4 gigahertz, and you're able to have up to 4 of these. So you could have one on the camera and then 4 flashes and be able to sync everything together. They come with a sync cord, which of course you most often won't need, but if you do have a flash that, like let's say you buy off Craigslist, you buy a studio flash, and you don't have a remote to trigger that studio flash. Well, what you could do is you could plug this into the side of the trigger, and then plug this end into your flash, and it comes with a 1/4 inch to 1/8 inch adapter, so it should fit most studio flashes, and then you'll be able to trigger that studio flash with this as well. So that, you know, will come in handy if you need it. But overall, again, I thought they were super reliable. They're pretty much all plastic. There's nothing really, you know, out of the ordinary compared to other triggers, except that they really do work. So, as I mentioned, I'm going to be giving them away. I'm giving them both away. In the description below this video, you'll see instructions on entering the giveaway. Something very simple. You won't have to do much, but you could enter the contest. Now, I want to give them to 2 different people. So you're going to enter, if you have a Canon camera and you want the Canon one, you enter that giveaway. If you have a Nikon camera, enter the giveaway for this one. So I want to give them to 2 different people. Don't enter both, because I won't give them away to one person, both to one person. And I'll have all the instructions in the description below. Also in the description below this video, I'll have links to Amazon for the product itself, and you could check it out. Now, I'm not going to have my Amazon affiliate links. They're just going to be regular links, so I will not be earning any commission if you purchase these. I don't want to kind of taint my review with you know, me making money off it. They did give me these for free, but I am giving them away, and they aren't paying me to do this video at all. So I just really like the product. I really do think it's a good product, and it works well overall. So check it out. Again, everything will be linked below, including the contest, and good luck if you enter the contest. I'd like to thank Kacallap for sending me out the remote triggers to try out, and I'd like to thank you for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys soon.